our second question from Arthur Jaramillo. That's at @RC_Jaramillo. Does Cincinnati move on from Zac Taylor, or can staff changes be enough to save his job? I'm going to come pretty hard on this one, Arthur. I think the Bengals would be insane to get rid of Zac Taylor based on what he's accomplished there, based on the fit he is for their franchise. The Bengals also don't have a lot of history of being herky-jerky with their head coaches. They gave Marvin Lewis a ton of time. They were even patient before that with guys like Mike Shula and Dick LeBeau. It's not their way to, be overreactionary towards single years, towards stretches of games. It's just not who they are. So I'd be very surprised if Zac Taylor isn't the head coach there in 2025. I also don't think coaching has been the problem. I think the Bengals need at the highest level to reinvest and really start to go all in. And I'm not just talking about player spending, on building something special around Joe Burrow, because they've got a great opportunity to compete for and win championships over the next decade with Joe Burrow as their quarterback. They need to go in and pay Jamar Chase, and they need to invest back in their defense. That, I think, has really been the problem. I think Lou Anarumo, their defensive coordinator, is excellent. He's been working with a hand tied behind his back for much of the year. And I think you can see it all over the defense. Sam Hubbard has gotten old. He's a really good player for them, but he's gotten old. Defensive tackle, they really haven't been the same since losing DJ Reader. At corner, the young players they are counting on have not come along. DJ Turner's maybe just a backup. Cam Taylor-Britt's been inconsistent. Dax Hill was making some progress, but he got hurt. Then in safety, they really, came to regret losing Jesse Bates and Von Bell at once after the 2022 season because of what it did to them from a communication standpoint. So, they bring Von Bell back, and, now Von Bell is clearly on the back nine. So the defense really needs to be reset from a roster standpoint. And, I think that so much of this is going to come back to their ability to draft and develop. And they've been really good at that under Duke Tobin. But can they take the next step if they start to invest in a more complete scouting department, in going and making sure they are beating the bushes on the pro side, and going and finding guys who can step in for them right away and fill holes? I think this season should be a bit of a wake-up call for the Bengals, in that their quarterback is playing at an MVP level, and they need to invest around him, and they need to take advantage of the opportunity they have. Again, I do not think that getting rid of Zac Taylor would do much to fix what the problem is in Cincinnati right now.